Hello there, I'm Ryan Chan, CEO and founder of UpKeep, and today we're diving into the world of key performance indicators and benchmarks within the food and beverage manufacturing industry. We'll be exploring why they are critical for your business, how to distinguish between a key performance indicator and a benchmark, and we'll walk you through 11 of the best metrics to track for success. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get started. In the increasingly data-driven food and beverage industry, it's important to know which key performance indicators, or KPIs, and benchmarks are most worth tracking. The best KPIs and benchmarks for you to track are those that most align with your organization's strategic goals. But let's start by understanding the difference between a KPI and a benchmark. While they both involve metrics that can be used to improve your process, they are completely different types of measurements. Key performance indicators are general measurements that indicate how your facility is doing in terms of reaching its goals. For instance, if one of your strategic goals is to reduce wasted product due to packaging defects, you might look at failure rates on your packaging machines or overall product loss as key indicators. It's important to make sure the KPIs you track actually help you achieve your goals. On the other hand, benchmarks involve comparing yourself to others to see where you stand in the industry. You might use general benchmarks in which you'd compare your processes to those of the world at large, or you may focus on competitors or others in similar industries. Some companies even conduct internal benchmarking, in which they compare the processes in one area of their company to those in another. Benchmarks often serve as goalposts that you can use when tracking KPIs. So why should food and beverage manufacturers track KPIs and benchmarks? Essentially, KPIs give you insight into the effectiveness of your processes in terms of reaching strategic goals, whereas benchmarks help you set realistic goals. They help you to zero in on important business objectives, track progress, provide insight into problems, and keep tabs on your company's vitals. Now let's talk about 11 of the best KPIs and benchmarks for food and beverage manufacturers. First up is operating margin. This is a measure of how much profit you have left over after variable operating costs and before paying taxes or interest. Next is unplanned downtime. This is one of the major culprits of high maintenance costs and diminished productivity. Third is preventive maintenance completion. This gives you some insight into how effective your maintenance management practices are. Fourth, we have throughput, a measurement of how much product your manufacturing processes are able to put out over a set period of time. Fifth is yield, which tells you how much of your product is produced correctly. Sixth, inventory turnover, a measurement of how many times you cycle through your current inventory over a set period of time. Seventh is fill rate, the percentage of all orders that you ship on time and in full. Eighth, distribution cost as a percent of revenue helps you see how efficient your distribution efforts are over time. Ninth, days sales outstanding represents the average number of days it takes for customers to pay invoices. 10th, time to close books is the time it takes your accounting office to close out books and create reports. And finally, 11th, IT spend as a percent of revenue is a sign that your information technology management is efficient. While these key performance indicators can all provide important insights to food and beverage manufacturers, every business is unique. The KPIs and benchmarks you track will depend on your business objectives. Start with your goals. Find key indicators to support your goals and focus on what's measurable. To be effective, you'll need to make sure you track and use your KPIs effectively. Use enterprise software, train your personnel, post KPI information in visible areas, and keep KPIs in context. By aligning KPIs and benchmarks with your organization's strategic goals, and focusing in particular on those that are relevant to the food and beverage industry, you'll be better able to keep a close eye on your business's processes while improving decision-making, reducing waste, and increasing profitability. Remember, a computerized maintenance management system can help tremendously when it comes to tracking KPIs and metrics. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into key performance indicators and benchmarks for the food and beverage manufacturing industry. We've explored their importance, how to distinguish between them, and 11 key metrics to track for success. Thank you for joining us. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. For more information on how UpKeep can help your maintenance and reliability teams be more successful, visit our website at upkeep.com. Stay tuned for more, and remember, every business is unique, so choose the KPIs and benchmarks that best align with your strategic goals.